You want to know what's going on in the Canadian real estate world? Well, I want to get you up to date. I used to have a segment here on Bald Prairie Real Estate called Real Estate Rumblings. I want to get back to it here. We'll go through interesting topics in the news, anything Canadian real estate related, get you guys up to date. I've got 3 topics I want to talk about here today. First one is, what is the average rent in Canada? Second is going to be kind of an interesting trend in sales for single family homes across Canada, especially in Toronto and Vancouver. And the third is going to be what parts of the Greater Toronto area have been hit hardest with price declines, and a couple areas that are pretty hot right now. Starting things off with what the price of rent is in Canada. Well, right now, $1,935 is what the average is for all property types combined. And that is only $20 below the peak of what we saw in September 2019. And of course, in 2020, we saw rent prices decline. 2021 and 2022, they've been recovering. So we're basically back to equal there. Year over year, rent is up 10% across Canada, which that again gets us back to kind of where we were in 2019, but it's also up 2.6% month over month. So we're seeing rent continue to increase quite quickly in Canada right now. Vancouver, of course, tops the list as the most expensive place to rent in Canada. $2,500 is the average rent for a 1-bedroom, and $3,600 is the average rent for a 2-bedroom place in Vancouver. Toronto is actually 4th on the list. 1-bedroom is $2,250 and a 2-bedroom is $3,260. Next topic here, this is from a report out of RE/MAX and BNN, and that is that we actually saw the pace of single-family home sales increase, yes, increase from Q2 versus Q1, and this was actually more in Toronto and Vancouver. Part of this they're attributing to lower prices for single-family homes, driving people to start looking again at single family homes. And there they had 40% of the neighborhoods in the GTA and 31% of neighborhoods in the Greater Vancouver area saw more sales for single family homes in the second quarter than they did in the first quarter this year. The bulk of those neighborhoods was of course in the core of both Vancouver and Toronto. So inside the city limits, that is where they're seeing this increase in sales for single family homes. It's something I've been talking about for a while, that the core of both Vancouver and Toronto are doing significantly better than the suburbs. That's where we're seeing this biggest slowdown in terms of both sales and the biggest drops in prices. The last topic I want to talk about here is where we're seeing the biggest price declines in the Greater Toronto area. And surprisingly, some areas that are actually seeing a spike in activity. We saw about a 10 to 15% drop in sales levels in Durham, in York, in Dufferin, and in Peel. And there was actually 9 areas though that they saw a sales increase in the second quarter. Of course, those are neighborhoods inside the city limits of Toronto. That is where we're seeing the biggest jump and actually a spike in sales. The hardest hit markets for the composite benchmark price in the surrounding areas of Toronto from the 2020 peak in about February or March. Cambridge dropped 17%, Kitchener-Waterloo is down 16%, Brantford is down 14%, London down 14%, and Guelph down 10%. Interestingly enough, we are seeing homebuyers flocking to areas like Ajax, Whitby, and the Durham region. They're actually seeing a spike in sales in Q2 versus what they saw in Q1. So that's a quick wrap up, guys. I just wanted to kind of throw a few topics together. If you want me to continue doing these quick news updates, just giving you information, kind of things that I think are interesting in the Canadian real estate market, let me know in a comment below and we'll keep updating you. As always, if you like this video, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, thanks very much for watching.